Welcome to episode 16. We are at the end of the semester. This is episode 16, 14th through 16th weeks of the semester checklist. So let's talk about the end of the semester, y'all. We are almost there. Woo! All right. So remember I said midterms, students might get discouraged. You might get discouraged. But in terms of students actually stopping to turn in work totally, this is where that happens. And so we're not wanting that to happen to you. But I can tell you, I've had many students, they've done all their work, but they no longer have capacity at the end. They're just too tired. They're too fatigued, exhausted, burnt out. That being said, let's, for these last couple of weeks, create a plan to finish the semester. This is where if you have your planner or a note section or somewhere, write down all of your final assignments and their due dates. And then you also want to determine what do you need to do to complete those assignments. If you have a paper, you want to make time to go to the writing center if you can. You are going through the writing process. If you have some sort of test that you're studying for, you're making sure that you're creating your study guides, that you're going to any group study sessions, but you need to figure out, literally write down, what do you need to do to complete the assignment? Create a task list. The last thing we want to do in our plan for the end of the semester, you're determining what you can take off your plate, less of what. Does this mean you might have to work less hours if you have the capacity to do so? Whatever you might need to take off your plate, please do so if you can. What are we also doing these final weeks? We're finishing our work the best we can. And so we want to make sure that we're clear about what is left and we're completing the work the best we can. So this is something that my students, they didn't start this, but this is the first time I found this out. So let's say you have a meal plan if you live on campus and you were able to get a meal plan where you might have leftover meal swipes. I mean, I would have students who had 40 and 50 meal swipes at the end of the semester. This gives you an opportunity to maybe share meal swipes with other people. And so you might invite people to lunch. Or, I mean, I've had students who would be at the dining hall and just ask folks if they needed a meal swipe. And so if you have extra meal swipes, I encourage you to share them, especially if they don't roll over. Now, before you share any meal swipes, I would encourage you to reach out to dining services or check out their website and see if the swipes roll over. If they don't roll over, it's no harm in sharing and being community with others. What else are we doing for these last couple of weeks? So after we finished all of our work, then this is reflection time. And you can do a journal, you could record a video, you could record an audio, but this is where we reflect on the semester. We're reflecting on the following things. What went well? What didn't go well? What will we do differently for the next semester? And also, what are your moments of gratitude? What are you grateful for in this semester? Also, since this is the last weeks of class, we're also thinking about our break plans. Are you going to go to work during your break at a previous job that you had before you went to school? Are you going to just rest? Are you going to go on vacation? Like, you want to think about what are your break plans, whether they're summer break, winter break, those kinds of things. And then ultimately, I encourage you, as one who says a win is a win, is to celebrate the end of the semester in some way. Even if this semester didn't end how you wanted it to, even if it didn't end the way you thought it would, or maybe it exceeded your expectations, because everything doesn't have to be negative, right? We have so many plans for when things don't go well in our lives that we forget to celebrate when things go well. But what I invite you to do is just celebrating the completion of the semester, no matter how it went. Because the beauty is you can do things differently next semester. So that's all I have for our checklist, y'all. The checklists are done. Congratulations. We still have a few more episodes to go, but congratulations. Checklists are over. As we say here, Lucy teaches. In a galaxy of learners, Lucy teaches lights the way. I'll see you in the next episode.